Well, thank you for the time. I really appreciate it. I know you're getting close to fight week. How are you
No
feeling?
worries.
How are you feeling? I see your water loading there, it looks like.
Not yet, but feeling good. Just keeping hydrated. It's getting a little hot out here in San Diego. Increases the temperature in the gym, so lots of hydration, electrolytes, and just staying ready, staying staying fight sharp, fight sharp.
So how are you liking this? Like, you had your first fight and now you knew, okay, I'm going to fight, X amount of days. Do you like that? Like knowing exactly when you're going to fight?
Yeah, it relieves a lot of stress, and UFC you could have a fight of the night like I just had with Clay, and fight like 7 months down the road, 8 months down the road. For me, it's been one time a year, these past like 2-3 years. So that's been a little bit of a challenge for me. It's something that I don't really like it. Fighting once a year. I've been fighting three times, two, against really good opponents, 3+ times, a year since I've been 16 years old. So I've been used to staying consistent. I'm an old school like baseball player too. I like the consistency of batting, pretty much like every inning and showing up. It keeps the weight down, keeps you in shape. When you're in that type of experience inside the octagon, it's a lot better to kind of keep that. If you're healthy, keep going down that same experience. You're familiar with that intimate fight feeling, and that's where I love to be. I don't like fighting once a year. Kind of that gap can make a big difference.
Yeah, and you mentioned a fight of the night performance. I think you're underselling that. I think it's a fight of the year performance. I think it was, just crazy, crazy. And and obviously, like us as fans, that's what we want to see. We want to see that crazy fight where you guys put it all out there. But on your end, how much do you really want a fight like that? Because that's got to take a toll on your body.
I don't think so. I think he was a little bit more busier. I think when I walked out of that fight fine. I saw Clay grabbing his coach and limping off. Again, I didn't fight like the way that I really wanted to. I showed up in good shape, but if I'm a lot more consistent, get a chance to have a healthy camp, healthy body, like I can have better output than that. I see myself in the long run being the one to make the adjustments and come in. I don't feel like he was hitting hard where I felt like I had a headache after the fight or anything like that. I'm very well kept on taking care of my body. And like I said, I love to compete frequently and very, very often. I'm able to make a lot of quick adjustments because that's just the way that I go. And that's my fight style. I come as like a Tasmanian devil, but I also got a good defense. I'm very well capable of what I need to do in there. And that's the way I like to get the job done. It just made it fight of the year because, props to him. He's very, very tough. He was able to take a lot of shots. A lot of those guys go down in that situation or just don't continue. So, it was also on his end, the way that he showed up that night, but going forward, I'm the man to make the adjustments, make the changes and end up on top in the end.
Is there any desire to run that fight back anytime soon? Maybe down the line this season or, another season, or is that something you're like, I don't need to do that. I want somebody new.
It's not something that I worry about, but I could definitely, in my mind, I think Clay is the champion. I think that he beat the champion. He's a very tough dude. We just fought. So I could definitely see him down the road. If we run into each other again, like I said, I'll be the one making the better adjustments and in the end. And I think he knows that going forward, what we could really do. But it's not like something I'm like, oh, I need to get that back. It's not something like I've been out of shape over. Just keep laying brick by brick. And if he's still there, which I assume he will be, if he remains healthy, I could definitely see him down the road. And who doesn't want to see 5 rounds of that?
Yeah, I just spoke to him a few minutes ago and he mentioned, something that I hadn't even really thought of. We think as fans, we see that fight and we think, fight of the year. Oh my gosh, crazy. But he only got 3 points. And, that worries him a little bit because what if somebody else loses, somebody gets a knockout, but they lose their second fight and he might lose a spot, even though he's won 2 or, what I mean? Do you think about that? Like how these points are now, it's like an extra added stress on top of having to fight.
Honestly, I don't really just coming over here from the UFC. I'm familiar with the point system. I made this choice. I chose to come over here to PFL because it relates to my fighting style, the way that I like to fight very often. I'm very well about keeping up in good health. I do a lot of functional patterns, myofascial release. I'm good at keeping my mind and body sharp. And like I said, now that I have the consistency, I feel like I have data. I like a CEO of Fortune 500 company. I'm like, oh, I can work with that. A little bit more cardio, add a few things here and there. I can make these adjustments. And again, my fighting style is very exciting. I train and I work out to finish. That's what I do. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get points last time. I feel like, coming into this one, I'm going to come in with the same attitude, same aggression. Even like I said, I have the data. I've worked on a few things. I'm going to come in a lot better and a lot sharper. And I'm looking to just do what I normally do, which is fight my style of fight. And if I do that and I do it at my best, that's leading in the highlight knockouts, which is what I bring to the table. Very excitement for the fans and a very fast paced fight that people really love to see. They love to tune into that. And normally it ends with me getting a nice win, a nice KO, a nice exciting fight, big points on the board. And like I said, I chose that for these reasons. I feel like it benefits my style.
You mentioned coming in from the UFC, you were in the UFC so long. How different or did it feel like there was any effect of new promotion, new cage, new everything? Did that affect you at all? Do you feel like maybe this time you're going in knowing that how that is, and maybe that will play a little bit better for you?
Yeah, I love this. I love the PFL's entertainment. The only thing PFL has great people around them, the media, the people behind the scenes, everybody I got to interview behind the cameras and kind of stick around with. They seem like my type of people, very good vibes, really, really low key, a lot less stressful, I feel like, than UFC. The only thing that I have against PFL is they messed up my walkout song during my walkout. That was kind of the vibe. It like throws you off a bit. You're coming out some, like, I don't know if it was like a country song. It was definitely not my vibe, but the promotion, other than that, the ring, the cage inside itself, it's all the same to me. It's the people there though, they do make me feel like at home. They're welcoming. I do love the love vibe that they have. The people there is amazing. If they get my walkout song on this next one, you're promised a great performance for sure.
Can you tell us what it should have been? Do you always walk out to the same song?
Man, I don't remember what I chose for that particular fight, but I remember when they announced my name, I was kind of like, whoa, is this like, hey, 1 second, sorry about that.
Sorry.
When they announced my name, it was like cool because like I actually wanted to come out and be entertaining. And then they played that song and I was like, do I just wait here? Is this my song? And then they're like, I looked over at Eduardo and he's kind of, I don't know if he had that like kind of like, I think they knew they might have messed up on the song, but he's like, hey, show goes on, and we walked out, and it had nothing to do with the fight or anything like that. But as far as me, I'm very fan fanatic favorite type of guy. I love walking out with that type of excitement, that energy. The moment from the light shine on me to when I walk in the back, I leave it all out there on the table, and the walkout, it's something for the fans to get involved, to feel a part. Like, that's me in there. That's my boy. Like, he's knocking motherfuckers out. I love this dude. And, the music, I feel like, sets the vibe when you get out there and you're slapping hands, connecting to the fans. And then when you get in there and do your thing, they're like, man, that was cool, man. Thanks for like shaking my hand, dude. You're lit, after snapping photos and stuff. So I think it's a vibe for sure. I think that, the fighters, you're coming over and putting on performance like that, you should be accommodated with your walkout song.
Let's hope you get the right one this time.
Let's go.
So when you got the name Miles Price, what were your thoughts there?
I saw that he had a fight with Pettis, and it's just another name, another body, that I get to go in there, do my thing.
Are you predicting another 3-round fight of the year, or do you think you can get in there and out quickly? Or which would you prefer?
Get him the fuck out of there as quick as possible is always the goal. You know, if he's still sticking around, just same as the first round, get him out there as quick as possible. If he's in there in the third, then he's got to die. You know, that's the mindset going into this fight. I'm going to put a ferocious pace. You know, I'm going to be patiently aggressive and come in well balanced, fine tuned, looking to be very mean, very rough, and very brutal against this guy. You know, I'm looking to take him out with every strike that I get, every chance that I get. I'm looking to be mean. I'm looking to be nasty, and look to see a very aggressive, sharp, skilled Stevens.
I haven't seen any odds yet for your fight. I would have to imagine you're going to be a favorite. Do you pay attention to that kind of thing? Do you pay attention to odds at all?
No, I get a call, and you know that's really it. Other than that, I don't focus on odds. You know, I'm busy with other stuff. I'm too busy having a good of a time today. I ain't really worried about tomorrow. Every day's a blessing. And I focus on me, and it keeps the stress way down, and it allows me to kind of just go in there and do my thing. And I've been in there with the best in the world. I'll continue to shine and fight the best in the world. And I'll continue to show up every time a better me, a better version, and just constantly bring that fan style excitement. That's what you can get when you got the bet line up against old Jeremy Stevens here, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I will be there. So I will see you soon.
Awesome. Seeing you in Hotlanta. Appreciate it, Amy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.